Hey, how's it going, everyone? What is up, and welcome back to the channel and a new series called Competitive Breakdown. I'm breaking down every character that I play for competitive players to understand the character a little bit better and so you guys can improve a little bit. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also turn on notifications and also like the video. It helps out the channel more than you could ever know. And don't forget about the giveaway we have going on and my Patreon here more at the end of the video about those, and also the tournament series we have going on here more at the end of the video about that. So, this series is where I go into the characters that I main, as I am a competitive player who does play in tournaments. I go into the lab and I show you the characters that I play, and I break down my talking points are their strings and which ones are their best, their neutral, their footsies, their combos, their pressure and option select, the best way to break other characters' pressure, and their best pressure, and their best and worst matchup. So, we're doing that today with previously my main character, JACQUI Briggs. She's a very good character. As most of you guys know, she is a top tier character. She's top 3, so she's really good character to play if you like pressure. She has a lot of pressure, so she's just an overall really good character. So the first thing we're going to start out with are her strings and which ones to use. So let's open up the move list and go in. So some of her best strings are actually not full strings. Like, she has some really good full strings that we'll get into, but she has some really good buttons. And her best buttons really are her forward 1 with a startup of 11 frames, -2 on block, and has an 11 hit advantage with only 17 frames of recovery. And also her forward 3 with a startup of 9 frames, which is significantly better than 11. It's -2 on block, so it's still safe, and it's got a hit advantage of 11. So those are some of her really good buttons. Her back 2 is also a really good button, but we'll talk about that when we get to the neutral and footsies section. Her best strings to use are her 1-1-2. Her 1-1-2 because it can be cancelled, but her 1-1, if I'm not mistaken, is +2. So her 1-1, if I'm on hit advantage, if I'm doing a combo and I want to end off, plus or whatever else, or if they block the whole combo, I can end it in this and I'm +2. So +2 means you're at advantage, you get to move before they do. Also, like I said, her 1-2 is really good. This is going to be your best combo damage, so you'll go into it right there on our combos, but we'll explain that more when we get to the combos. Like I said, her back 2-2 is really good. It covers a lot of distance against those characters that keep you out, like Joker and stuff. And then probably one of her best strings in the game is this. This is just a good string. Not only because if you get a hit confirm, ain't got no meter, it goes into that, which is a nice 20%. But this is one of her best strings in the game because it is it's -2. So on block, you're still plus. And this is the best because you can stagger it. It's a 9-frame stagger. So you can stagger people all day. You can stagger them to the point where they think that you're not going to stagger anymore. Or you can stagger them to the point where they think you're going to keep staggering, and then you can go into this, and it's a full combo into pressure, Or if they block it, it's still into pressure. So this is just really one of her best strings. It's -2. You can stagger it for days if someone doesn't know how to, actually poke out of it. It's just a really damn good string. Her other noteworthy strings are her low starters. So her low starter, of course, can go into that. You can get your full combo there. I goofed it there, but you can get your full combo there off of that. You can mix it into the immediate. It's a little bit hard to do. I have to do it off a jump in, so I never really do it. But there's that. You can combo off of it. And then you also have this, which is +4, I believe. If I can find it. Yeah, +4. So when you're doing your pressure and everything else, you can end your pressure in that. If they're just blocking everything, you can just end in that. And it's just really, really good to end in because you're +4, like I said. So those are our best strings. This is the most damage. This is going to be what you're using to stagger and really go into your combos with your pressure. This, you can, if they're blocking everything, if you're going into a block string, if you're going into the air and you just want to end in something plus to maybe make them press a button or something, try to get them to press down 1. It's just something really, really good to use there. And of course this, if they get hit by that originally, if they get hit by the low, I just go into the actual combo version of it. Because it's just good to use there. And next we're going to talk about her neutral and footsies. Now as you can tell, Jackie, she doesn't have the longest reach. That's probably, in her normal moves, besides this, that's her longest reaching move. So In the neutral, she doesn't have any zoning things, like even this, if it's meter burn, it's not a zone. So, Jackie has a really hard time getting in. Now, people say that you can just use bionic jump. That is one of her best moves if you're catching someone throwing a projectile, other than Johnny, because his up projectile can hit her. Cetrion's up projectile can hit her. So if you're up against a character like that, you're really just going to have to try to get to about right here. About right here is where her neutral kind of begins, and her footsies kind of begin, because you can catch people with that. At just the right distance, they can't do anything about it, but if you do it from too far away, you can interrupt the actual 2 there. So you can get a whiff punish on her. So her neutral really begins about like right here. But if you do catch someone who just doesn't know how to anti-air, her neutral begins pretty much anywhere on the damn screen. Because you can jump from so far away. This can be very easily anti-aired, especially against the Johnny Cage, or anyone who has a really good standing 1 anti-air. Even using meter to get it really fast, I've still been down 2 anti-air and everything else. So you're really not going to want to rely on this too much at the full screen. It just does not work the way that people think it works. If you're good at anti-airing, if you're up against someone who's good at anti-airing, it's just not going to work for you. It doesn't work for me. And it doesn't work for most people. So you really got to pick and choose your moments when to do this. Like if Joker throws out his back forward 4 meter burn, which of course covers the whole screen, as soon as he lets it go, you can jump it with normal jump. Depending where you are on the screen, it will jump over it and you get a full combo punish. So this is really picking and choosing. It's really picking and choosing your points where you can do it. But her neutral begins about right here. As I said, her footsies are mainly staggers, using her different brand of staggers, staggering this into this, you know, and just making the opponent guess of when you're going to go into something, because she does have a lot of option select along with her pressure. A lot of things she can do. So her footsies begin about right here. Even right here, you can cancel this, I believe. It's hard to do, but you can cancel that. It is sort of a dial-up combo, and it's very weird, but you can cancel that into your bionic jump. So using her footsies is basically just staggering with this, and, you know, getting those plus frames and mixing them up with the lows and everything else. And for her footsies, her jump in is really good. She has a really good jump in too, and you can do some pretty crazy shit with her jump ins. So it's really just, you know, picking and choosing your moments, realizing that she does have T-Rex arms and that she can be a little bit difficult to get in with. But if you pick and choose your moments, wait for those characters like Joker and, you know, Sindel to use their long-range moves and whiff them, and then you can get a nice little whiff punish with this. So it's she doesn't have the best footsies in the game, where her arms are so short, but she's still got really good footsies. So now we're going to move on to her combos. Jackie has some decent combos. Like, she's got some good no meter combos, some good meter combos, everything else. I mean, if you catch someone in the neutral with this, you know, that's a no meter combo. It's not the easiest shit to do, but, you know, get a nice 22%. I didn't even do it the max times. You know, nice 23% combo, no meter. But really, her bread and butter lies with this. Okay, so we're going to go through her combos real quick. I'm going to make a quick cut, and I'm going to do all of her mid-screen combos real quick for you guys to see them. So, enjoy the gameplay. Okay, so there are all the combos that I usually use with Jackie. They're not all optimal. None of them are like really optimal. Especially the Fatal Blow combos at the end with the 3-3 Crushing Blow Punish. It's not optimal, but it still gets the job done. It's pretty easy to hit online, so like that's just what I use. Those are my B&Bs. Not all of them are optimal. Now the next thing I want to talk about is her pressure and option select. So Jackie has a lot of damn good pressure. So as I said, her stagger is one of the best things you can use, and her pressure really comes in with bionic jump. Sorry, bionic jump into that. That is her pressure. You can do it so many different times. You can go into it twice, and in pressure, but mainly her pressure is coming from that and this, because that is a low. That's a mix, so you can do a lot of different things with Jackie. There are so many different things you can do with her, it's insane. Even as I was showing this, that's a hard to blockable for anybody who isn't that familiar with Jackie. And even people who are familiar with Jackie will still get hit by it occasionally. So this is one of the main combos, one of the main pressure things I do if I want to spend 2 meters. Land on the other side, that's a lot of chip damage, and that's some good pressure. So you also have the ability to double meter burn this in the air for people, because people can down 2 out of it. If you're just going to this, people can down 2 out of that. So you have to be really careful. You have a lot of different options that you can do. You can even do that a third time if people are waiting on the actual, you know, second meter burn for it, so you can do it a third time. If you think they're going to end up blocking everything there, you can also get the extra overhead there into the low. But there are so many different ways you can pressure with Jackie, it's actually insane. And if you want to do the double meter burn there, then I usually do this. Go on to the other side or instantly do it. There's just so many different ways you can pressure. And also you can ender pressure in something like this. Just using the normal shrapnel, just for purposes here. You can end it in plus frames if you think they're just going to be blocking everything. So you can end it in plus frames and go into something else. Continue your pressure. You can meter burn that, but if they do block it, the second hit of that can be poked out of very easily. So I wouldn't recommend meter burning unless you get it on hit. If you want to use the double shrapnel, you can still go into the plus frames there, continue your pressure. If you instantly do that, it does connect in combos, but if you don't instantly do it, it will reset them, and it is very punishable. So she's got a lot of good pressure. Even in the corner, that stuff works. So even in the corner, if you're trying to pressure in the corner, okay, if I can get it to come out. Her inputs are not the easiest thing to get to come out, so bear that in mind. You will have a lot of input errors with this character, as it took me about an hour to get the combos actually recorded. But you can still end it the same way, going to pressure there. You don't even have to do that. I mean, there's just so much you can do there. I like to let it rock and actually jump over them, because it kind of confuses them, I've noticed. They'll get hit by the low, or you can go into the overhead there. If they're just going to let you do that, you can also go into your jump too, once you're a certain height in the air. So, there's just a lot you can do with this character. And I'm embarrassing myself because I can't actually hit this pressure right now. See? And you still land with them in the corner. And even there, you can go into the overhead jump in, technically. If they let you stay in the corner for that long, immediately go back into pressure. So there's just a lot of pressure that you can do with this character. She has like 10 different options that you can do there. You can do all of this. So I mean, this is option 1. So do that 3 times. This is option 2. This is option 3. This is option 4. And that becomes option 5 with the double shrapnel. You know, there's just so many different options she can do. She can leave it there, and this is option 6. You know, this is option 7. I goofed it. But there's not a lot of characters that have that much pressure, and that's why Jackie is really so hated. I mean, you can even do the overhead back into that. So, I mean, that's just why this character is so hated. You have so many options that you have with this character. And some of her best ways to break pressure, If you're getting pressured, really her down 1's a great option. Her down 3 is a really great option because it is a very quick low. It does not push back as well as some characters like Aaron Black and Johnny Cage, but it's still very good. Breaking her pressure, breaking someone else's pressure, this is going to be like one of your main things. It's like 3 or 9 frames on startup, so you can break someone's pressure with that. You can break someone's pressure with the down 2 and immediately go into this. You know, breaking pressure with her isn't always the easiest thing. This can break jump in pressure if you're quick enough. Her down 2's not really that good, so that's also pretty good. She doesn't have a really good anti-air, I've noticed, except for this. That's decent. You got this. That's not really good for breaking pressure, though, unless it's a character like Sub-Zero who likes to shimmy, so they'll do a move and then dash back. You can kind of hit them with this. She also has a pretty good short hop. I'm not the best at short hops, so... But she has a really good 2 short hop. So, it's decent. So yeah, this character is just really equipped to kill. She has so many different options that she can do. So many different ways to kill you and to mix you and to scare you. Like, you really just are constantly guessing against JACQUI Briggs. There's not much else you can do, but she does have some bad matchups, and we're going to go discuss those right now. So while JACQUI is a very good character who can handle most situations very easily, regardless of the character, she does have some bad matchups. Now, these matchups are, in my personal opinion, maining JACQUI for like over 500 or 600 games now, playing in tournaments against really good players like M2S Blackout, Sunio, players like that. So, the matchups that I can really like say that are bad in my opinion start with Spawn. Spawn is not the best matchup for JACQUI, where she is a shorter range character. You have ways to get around Spawn easier than some of the other characters, like when he's trying to do his 3-4 pressure, which is a really good way of keeping JACQUI out. Once he finishes the 3-4, if it is on whiff, you can back 2-2 to end that. Another bad matchup for JACQUI, I believe, definitely, is Joker. It is in Joker's favor, 6-4 or 7-3. He just has the range to keep her out. He has the zoning tools. He has the back forward 4 that you have to really time to get over. He just feels like a bad matchup for JACQUI. The next bad matchup, which might be 5-5 or 6-4 in Cabal's favor, is Kabal. He just has so many good tools. He has an auto shimmy that really messes with JACQUI when she goes to punish. He's got a damn good jump too, so that he controls the airspace most of the time. He's just an overall damn good character against JACQUI. And that leads us into Scarlet. Scarlet has really long-range normals. Her normals are extremely good for keeping JACQUI away from her, and that's a situation where back 2-2 doesn't even work half the time. Another bad matchup is definitely Jade. Jade is another one just like Scarlet. Really long-range normals, really good ways to keep JACQUI out, especially Emerald Defender. Emerald Defender Jade is just amazing at keeping JACQUI out because JACQUI has no tools to counter zone. She has no tools to really get in. If Jade does her air projectile, whatever it's called. If she does her air projectile, it will hit JACQUI when she tries to bionic jump, so it's very good against JACQUI. And that brings us to Kogel. Kogel is just a walkback king, and with a character with short range like JACQUI, it's extremely good for keeping her out. I don't know, all of these aren't bad matchups. Like, this is definitely a bad matchup. This is definitely a bad matchup. This is 5-5 or 6-4 in Cabal's favor, and I think this is 6-4 or 7-3 in Joker's favor. Devora is a 5-5, but I think it becomes 6-4 in a good player's hands. Devora has, again, very good tools to keep JACQUI out, very long-range moves, and good plus frames to keep her out and push her back on blocks. So, again, a very good character, and that's the same with Collector. I think it becomes a 6-4 in the right hands. It just feels like a bad matchup for JACQUI with his long-range normals and his normals that can be canceled or staggered at long range. It just feels like a bad matchup for her. But those are what I feel like her bad matchups are, along with Baraka. Baraka is a hard counter pick in his variation with the his first move down there. I don't play Baraka, so I don't really know. I feel like her good matchups are characters who have a hard time keeping characters out or like to press buttons a lot because JACQUI cancels that. I feel like good matchups are Jax, or good or even matchups. Good or even matchups are Jax, Cassie, Sonya, Johnny, Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung. Pretty much every character that's not a bad matchup is a good matchup for her. And that's the scary thing about this character. She's got a lot more good matchups than bad matchups. She's got a lot more winning matchups than losing matchups. So that's just really the thing to keep in mind if you're thinking about playing JACQUI Briggs. Also, know if you're thinking about playing JACQUI Briggs, you're going to be told that you're carried a lot. So keep that in mind. I enjoy playing Jackie, not because she's a good character, but because she has very good pressure. She feels like a Mortal Kombat X character in Mortal Kombat 11. I am a pressure character fan. I love my pressure. I love my setup characters like Joker, which is why I play him, and he'll probably be the next competitive breakdown. But that is Jacqui Briggs. I hope you guys did enjoy this competitive breakdown video. Let me know what you think about this series in the comments down below, and let me know what characters you'd like to see next. Don't forget about the Aftermath giveaway we have going on. All you have to do is go to the link in the description down below to enter the Aftermath giveaway. Go to the video for the Aftermath giveaway, and it will tell you every way you can enter the Aftermath giveaway. And also, don't forget about my Patreon. You can support the channel on there with anywhere from $1 to $20. Every dollar goes back into the stream and the YouTube channel. So all you have to do is go to the link in the description down below to my Patreon to support on there. And we also have a tournament series going on called Teuton's Mix City. It happens every Tuesday. So if you guys are interested in joining that, you can go to the link in the description down below to smash.gg to enter the tournament there. It is hosted by me and streamed on Twitch. All the great games, all the good players, and even, you know, the not so good players still have a chance to be streamed on stream. So if you guys are interested in that, we have 2 weeks left in the qualifiers, and then we'll hit the top 8, and then we'll be moving to MKX. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, let me know what you think about it down in the comments down below. Let me be rhetorical for a second. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Teuton, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.